He's got lines on it. Lines up.
Okay, the September 24th, 2025 Harbor Commission meeting is called to order. We have a quorum. Liz is away, excused. Any changes or additions to the agenda from anybody? Hearing none, moving on. Any correspondence? Well, we do have one piece of correspondence in the packet. And that's an email from John Winstead of Advanced American Construction. But we can cover that in unfinished business, under unfinished business, we talk about it because that's part of what we're going to be talking about. Next item on the agenda is approval of minutes. We have minutes from July 30th, 2025 meeting and August 27th, 2025. If hopefully you've had a chance to read it. And if you have, I'd like a motion to accept them as written or as amended, if you, whichever you got. Did you read them?
I did. I have none.
Okay, that's fine. Can I get a motion to?
Motion approved.
Okay, we have a motion to approve. Do we have a second?
I'll second it. Yep.
Okay, moved and second to accept the meeting, the minutes of both the July 30th and August 27th, 2025 meeting of the Harbor Commission. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Okay, what's next? Public input. Anybody wish to speak? No public, anybody online wishing to speak?
Nobody's online.
Okay. Liaison officer report and schedule. Apparently we've, our liaison officer's schedule finished in August. So we didn't have anybody covering the September meetings. Let's see. Okay, so we're gonna need a new schedule of liaison for October, November, December, Jan, and February.
What does the liaison officer do?
Beg your pardon?
What is
The liaison officer attends the city council meetings and gives any information to the city council that the liaison has from the last meeting, and then reports back to the Harbor Commission on any items on the city council agenda that apply or might be applicable to the Harbor Commission.
Thank you.
I need December, I'm gone, unfortunately, October, November, at least for the city council.
Okay, so let's check for November. I can take
December, please.
December.
December. Right.
Nice try.
Right, okay. I can take October. Anybody want November? Of the people who are here?
I'll do November unless you want to meet.
I know I'm doing my part. I'm doing November.
Okay. Hello.
Why you guys do that?
Well, I tried to close that window was tough. For some reason, it wasn't wanting to come down.
Yeah, it's my schedule.
I didn't want to play it.
What am I
I
scheduled?
did, that's what did, making that noise, and I was like, oh, I don't want to do it. the sun's reflecting right off the table there, Kim. Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
over here too?
No, that was
That's-
fine.
That's okay, now.
Okay.
For now, anyway.
Thank you.
We should be good.
Leave your name and number, we'll call you.
Those windows require boot strength.
I'll say.
Okay, now, January, February.
Whatever one you do, Liz is gonna get stuck with the other one.
Well, you know, and if something comes up, you know,
Yeah, sure. I'll do, February.
February, okay. You got that, Carla?
I got it.
Thank you. Okay, next item on the agenda is the harbor master report and the city administrator report. We have the harbor master report. You should have it in front, well, you should have it in front of you printed off. I'll read it for those who haven't. The harbor master states, that he placed black floor mats over the transitions on dock 1, almost all the way to the end, and waiting for contractors to come in with bids to fix dock 1. On Wednesday, the 19th of September, they were finally able to get a full fuel deliveries of both super and diesel. And at this point, I don't see a reason why we won't be able to continue getting fuel. The reason for the fuel problem, I just found out a week or so ago, was a break in the pipeline, so it had nothing to do specifically with Carson Oil Company. We're still waiting to hear back from P&D about repairs to the sleeve around the piling on dock 2 and about repairs to the light boxes, but we'll get into that later on in the meeting. All slip change requests have been addressed, and he was able to make all the moves for them and still able to pull 5 people off the Cat A list and 1 person off the Cat B list.
Can Carla provide an update about that?
Yeah, so he's on the rest of this week, so I went ahead and made contact with all those folks and gave them the good news, and it looks like everybody's gonna be taking a slip. So they'll be coming and looking at them, but they're definitely wanting, they didn't just say, no, put me at the bottom of the list, so.
Okay,
Including Jeff Wright's one of them.
Number 2 in my life, yeah. And I paid the big bucks a month before, so I feel really privileged now. So.
good. And as of 1 October, the harbor is going to winter hours for fuel, 1 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. and closed Tuesday and Wednesday. Anybody have any questions on the harbor master report?
Closed Tuesday, Wednesday?
Yeah, that's it, those are his days off.
Yeah.
If fuel is needed, he can do the usual thing, you call City Hall during the working hours and get a hold of somebody and pay the surcharge for after hours fuel. Anyway.
I have nothing new other than what's covered here and what's covered Dave.
Carla, do you have anything?
I don't think you.
Okay. Moving on to unfinished business. Harbor fueling future. Okay. As we talked about during our last meeting, there do not seem to be any viable options other than what we're doing now, unless the city is willing to go out and solicit a bid to lease out the operation of harbor fueling. So, unless anybody has any additional information or suggestions this evening, Liz and I will be reporting to City Council at one of the October meetings to go over the fuel situation and turn it back over to city council.
And just to confirm, it's gonna come up on the October 7th meeting.
Okay, so it'll be the first meeting in October, okay. All right, good. That is the first meeting in October. Okay, thank you. You have something, Minnie? No? Okay. So that's where we are, so we'll be reporting the situation as it exists, and, we will offer the, city council the options that they have, and, take it from there. Okay, on the new docks, the, repairs update, have an email from John Winstead, again, as I said, from Advanced American. And apparently, tomorrow, ACC, Advanced American Construction, and Reese Electric will be on site at 7 a.m.
That was Monday. They were on site Monday, because of the date of the email.
It says it's coming Thursday.
Oh. Okay.
Well, okay, if they've been here.
Yeah, I'll have to talk to Paul. I forgot to ask him if they've been there, but, when he went down there, he didn't come back and say they weren't there, so. We'll get confirmation either way, but if they're coming tomorrow, we'll let you know the results. If they're already came, we'll still let you know the results.
Is
I
this,
need to make sure that the
the
guys.
email he sent came out Monday at 3 o'clock.
Yeah,
He said they'll be here.
tomorrow, so that was
tomorrow.
yesterday. And that was yesterday.
No, Monday. Yesterday was Tuesday.
They sent the email on Monday, right?
Yeah.
So they will be out tomorrow, or does
No,
it
they said
say
be out on the 25th, which is tomorrow.
that's tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay, who's on first?
No, either way, they'll be out this week. We'll let you know either way.
At any rate, what they
We
will,
are doing it, who's on first, all right, Jack? Who's on first?
what they will need for the, tomorrow is have the electrical panel boxes unlocked so they can turn on the power while switching out the boxes. And once the boxes have been replaced, Advanced American will stay on site and address the remaining issue below, which would be replace the locking mechanisms of the fire hose cabinets on docks 2, 3, and 4, and reinstall the UHMW on the pile hoop on dock 2, which is the second one in from the east. And I don't know why I have trouble remembering UHMW. Ultra heavy something. Anyhow, it's the plastic hoop around the ring that surrounds the pipe.
Okay,
Huh?
pile guy.
Yeah. And one of the bolts has either broken off or whatever, so the UHMD, unsymmetrical dimethyl hydrazine, that's a rocket fuel. Anyhow, you write that down. They're gonna fix that.
This is a warranty stuff.
Should-
Well, the project's not closed yet either.
Yeah.
So it's like, more money, you can get it all done. Well, at least some of these things are breaking while we're still trying to solve it, but afterward, then it will be more.
Still
I was
pencils.
gonna ask them, why are they breaking?
They, didn't talk about why that did, so, but I know why the cabling did that. Commissioner O'Brien found. It's speed the movement of the water, the surging. It's come
Well,
on,
the
the electrical cable, the T.
electrical cable comes down on the east side of the ramp on dock 2. And it comes down, and then it, the 2 fittings that fit into a T, and then the cable goes down and feeds the dock. But there were no supports for the cable conduit. So it broke just south of the, connection to the rest of the cable thing. And so that had slipped down and they had exposed wire rubbing against the conduit and water getting in and wetting and actually it shorted out something down there.
All of that too.
So that has been repaired and they got new support brackets for the conduit. So that should be it. Let's see. Okay, that's the latest on the rebuild update, repairs. Harbor user fee update, do we have a?
Well, it's planned to be on the agenda for October 7th. Most of it is just fine tuning the ordinance, but the key stuff is it's still $2 per head user, whatever you want to call it.
Okay,
They want it to take effect on January 1st, so people get a chance to used to it. I talked with staff about doing the tracking, and we're gonna try to do it like ask for reports every 6 months, so lessen the burden on having to create these reports instead of quarterly every 6 months, and try to maybe do it during the off season, all right, because to try to minimize the amount of paperwork at the end. So.
okay,
But I
is
have,
it still open that the boat captains could submit monthly if they wanted to, it's just not gonna be reported except semi-annually?
well, I don't know that we'll open that service, because that means extra work on staff to track it.
Got it, okay.
But I can talk to Jenny about it, but yeah.
No, I
it
just-
Needs extra
that's
staff
fine,
to track who's paying monthly, who's paying whatever, so.
Okay,
But yeah, other than that, most everything else has already been decided. We are checking on two particular things. One regarding a particular harbor user and whether they actually are in the harbor and they should be charged the fee is same. And then the other one is regarding whether or not we can say that part of the uses of the harbor user fee would be to collect the harbor user fee. So any kind of enforcement issue type situation. So I just wanna make sure that's okay, because normally these things should be very specifically for the harbor user. So for example, keeping the docks maintained, keeping the fuel station, keeping the fish cleaning station, all that maintenance, it all should be factored into there. I'm not sure that enforcement would be something that would be a best use of the proceeds from the harbor user fee.
okay,
I've got a question for you. At that meeting where this was discussed last at the Harbor Commission, I think it was Kat that brought up the fact that not all passengers are equal.
Yes, we did talk
Are
about
you
it.
gonna
We are
mention
going
that
to,
in your
yes,
memo to the
yes, we are
council?
gonna address, they've already talked about that at
Okay,
the, and understood that 2 and under, right?
12 and under.
No, 2 and under go for free, right?
No,
I thought you said that, so what is your
12 and under go for 20.
20,
Discount.
okay,
Yeah,
so,
it's all
so
about
even,
discounts.
so another one has another one where, 12 gets a discount, but 2 and under go free, so anyway, so it's all those things.
And veteran discounts, I mean.
Yeah, he gets a lot of
mentioned
discounts, right, and I'm gonna present those, but I don't know that they'll, I don't know what they'll do, so.
Don't know what they'll do, but
But
it
yes,
needs to be noted.
Anybody that helps our society gets a discount. So teachers, veterans, frontline workers, military, first responders,
do you know if your fellow company does the same?
I do not. I know they do for seniors.
There's one more thing too, with your charter operators, the ones that do the, sorry, not scouts, but the people with the smaller boats that take people out.
Guide boats?
Like guide boats,
Yeah, guide boats.
trailer, yeah.
Yes, that's something we have to still talk about.
That's gonna be hard to figure out.
We agree,
That's
that's why
really gonna be
we're
hard.
all here.
That's right, that's something,
That's something that everyone's gotta have some input, see what we do, and, So, that's another source of revenue that, it's all to get the harbor in good shape. They use the harbor, they should pay.
They use the fish cleaning station, yeah, that's the big one, they use that.
Everybody decides the best way.
About 5 or 6 parking spots often, so.
Do we know if the guide boats always take a full load out?
Do not know that, nobody watches them.
I see them often, I think they take out what they can, so there's no,
Just like a regular charter.
yeah, exactly.
They take out what they can, they don't always go out full loads,
They pretty much need a minimum of 4,
do they?
well.
To make it worth it.
Yeah, it's big.
That makes sense.
I got a question.
I've noticed in the past, people launching their boats, and the parking lot is not even half full, and they park on the street, they don't pay. Are you guys aware of that?
That really doesn't have anything to do with whether or not they have to pay.
There's a launch fee, not a parking fee.
Right.
This
No,
one does.
They launch, and they park on the highway without paying for the launch.
I don't know about that, I know a lot of them, when they park up there, at least for myself, is because of the size of the trailer and truck, they'll fit down a little much, but they, I believe all should pay, including kayaks. right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, that's an interesting bubble though.
We do have our harbor master occasionally, although with the fueling, he's been very busy and hasn't been able to, as well as our deputy, particularly Deputy Elstrom will go and police that, but he can't, would have to sit down and wait till people come back, which he does. He often does that earlier in the season to try to incentivize people to say, oh, we got somebody watching, so that they behave the rest of the season.
But another thing too, if we have a lot of trucks parked out here, or even if we don't, if they go through the parking lot down there and they see that there are trucks parked out here, but they're empty spaces, they should be checking to see if these people have a sticker.
People along the highway.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, he does it, but I just don't know how often he's able to do it.
As whenever, you
Yeah.
know, yeah.
Yeah, in fact, Carla taught Dave how to print the Saturday and Sunday
How to go and
launch
print
fee reports so that he can double check, I don't know how.
And that's that lists license plate numbers, so it's a little easier than getting up and
Getting
looking
up
for
and seeing a
that tiny little ticket.
That's
but-
only fair, if you use the ramp, you know.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, that's the intent, okay, I was unaware, because I've not, when I've driven by and seen everybody parked, I say, okay, got a busy day down on the harbor. I don't come through the parking lot to see if they're all filled. Okay,
It is a launch fee, not a.
yeah,
Exactly,
yeah,
exactly.
it must be, it cannot be a parking fee. If it's a parking fee, then it has to apply to all of the parking down, including in the park, and so we,
But you brought up a good point about the length of vehicles nowadays, so yeah.
It's impressive,
Sometimes,
yeah.
sometimes we don't fit in those parking spaces.
yeah, understand that, yeah.
So do you use the boat launch then,
I
is
do.
that what you use? Well, I don't know if you know, but, next month, we're going to get that parking lot resurfaced. That was part of some grant money we got from the Oregon State Marine Board. That's another reason why we can't really attach a parking fee to it, because we get a amount based on a percentage, like if we start charging a lot, they'll reduce how much they give us in grant funding, so. But anyway, that's when it happens, so that would be pretty nice.
Right now, I have a camper on my truck, plus my 21-foot boat, so when I park in the spaces, I stick out both ends. So usually what I do, if there's room, I park at the very top, along the
Okay.
grass,
Mhm.
so I'm not sticking out. I assume that's okay.
I don't believe that's no overnight parking, I think
No.
is the only thing that says on that sign, so yeah, it's fine there.
The only problem up there is that, as I recall, if you get too far off, I think there's a ditch
Yeah,
that runs.
I watch out for that.
Okay, all right,
We've all found that once or twice, at least I have.
okay. The dock leases, are that going to be discussed on the 7th?
Probably not, that probably won't actually come up
You're
until
Still
November.
doing the research?
Well, the AKS did the survey, but they only did it of trade winds, they didn't do Fader or Newell's docks. So I said, try to do those, I did it all. So, they got somebody scheduled out to come out, I think next week, early next week, to finish that up. So, I'm not gonna be here on the 21st of October, so Carla's doing a council meeting and I don't wanna torture her too much. Although she has a strong back, she can handle it. I can handle it.
You changed your extension, what's up with that? Weren't you number 4, now you're number 12?
No. Didn't talk.
Either one gets me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good.
See,
Yeah.
The only option is they give us, well, oh, maybe I don't even listen because I don't.
Probably.
That's the first time you today, it's 12. Now, you're 4 for years.
But now, most of the time, now you'll get a person.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, I got Kai today. and I
Yes, she
said,
will. Kai, we
Wait a
changed
minute,
it.
something happened.
Yep, she will be
Well,
the primary phone answer. So we want people to have people.
like it used to was.
Back in time.
Back in town.
Okay. That covers, unless anybody has anything else under unfinished business that they would like to discuss. Under new business, we have nothing. If anybody has any new business that they've thought about since I addressed item B. Hearing nothing, moving on to meeting wrap up and commissioners' comments. Beanie, got anything to say?
Quite yet.
Not yet. Jack?
Uh-oh. 2 quick issues or 2 thoughts. I came in tuna, what day it was, came in late typically. And I learned we got the new bathrooms now by the harbor master. Nice, I never saw portable bathrooms quite that nice. However, they were closed and locked. I'm sure Ken really knows all this. And this poor lady, I guess they close after he leaves. Do they lock them? Is that correct?
Do.
Okay, and this lady was wanting to use my boat bathroom, which really isn't really equipped for that. And because I didn't realize, I was in the impression Dockside's bathrooms were Dockside's, but they are the city owned. And now they're now closed.
No, they belong to the Dockside brother, or Robinson Brothers.
Owns the building.
Yes, but the city used to lease them.
Okay.
And the council decided to, not lease the restrooms anymore, so that's why we put those other ones down.
Okay,
But isn't the porta potty still down there?
Was the porta potty still there?
Well, I didn't go do a survey. I met some lady on the docks. and,
I think
Maybe
the
That's
she
why we're looking for a
maybe she
bathroom.
didn't wanna use the porta
I
potty.
pointed,
Yeah.
I pointed across to the, it's the only thing I know,
Oh.
but I said to the dockside, I just, my impression those were still being used, I didn't know longer, and someone said the city closed, I think Fish Cleaner told me that, and Travis, and Tony, whoever his name is. So anyway, I was just curious, so those are no longer, being used in dockside?
The city stopped leasing them. What Dockside and the building owner decided to do is what they decided
All
to
right,
do.
I'm just trying to send some poor lady, somewhere else. And,
I think the porta potty's probably gonna be down there through the end of October, so send her there.
Yeah.
It's down by the fuel station.
I don't remember seeing that.
I don't think it's there.
I don't
You think they
so.
moved it? They weren't supposed to
I
move it
haven't
out
seen it
yet.
all year.
I haven't. paid
Oh, it's
attention.
been there. It was there, yeah.
Anyway, that was just.
But now I'll find out for sure when I drive home tonight if it's still there.
Yeah.
It shouldn't have been moved yet because fishing season is still going, even though the ocean's not cooperating.
Sort of.
I was gonna say, even though the ocean's not cooperating, I don't do fishing, I do whales.
I guess my question is, if there's 4 toilets down south, and what about the rest of the harbor, all the way up to the Coast Guard station?
When you-
Why didn't you move the porta potty up there someplace?
I suppose we could, but I don't know where we would put it, and would anybody want one up there?
well, part of the reason, I think, is that where they are now, they are tied into the sewer system that exists down there.
That's true. Well,
And
the
so what
porta
they had
potty.
to do was dig the ditch, behind the harbor master.
Well, the
There's a-
portable
the-
bathrooms
There's
are,
a
but
green
not the porta potty.
there.
Yeah.
Right, it's the porta potty.
The Robinson Brothers restroom lease was based on the cost of a porta potty per week. So anyway,
I was a wealthy
when you're trying to reduce costs, and you have 3 toilets down there, why do you have 4?
Well, the porta potty is going to go away at the end of the season. I think it's down there for the convenience of the fish cleaners, and maybe we decide we don't need it next year. Because we do, like you said, have the restrooms down there. So that might be another savings.
It must be when the harbor master's open, is
But
when
I
it's open?
think,
It should be open during the day.
Okay.
If it's not open, and he's there from, it should be open, I'm gonna have to check, but it should be open from 7. First time we have staff here.
Sure.
To he leaves at 6, or 5:30 to 6, whenever he leaves. That's when it should be open.
Okay.
I need to find out, and it should still also be open even if he's not here on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I will speak to, Brady and Paul about that,
yeah, that should be open,
yes.
regardless, yeah.
And I don't know if they thought about that, but that's a good thing to think about, so I will make sure, because we can't not have them open.
Right.
So,
When the city leased the Robinson Brothers, toilets out next to Dockside, when were they locked up on the jury?
I never saw them like that, honestly. Or at least very-
There was this,
For a while, they had an auto lock on them, but that kept getting broke, so they took that off, and so then they put open.
I can speak to this. It was a scramble to find the keys to lock those restrooms. And it is my opinion that those restrooms were probably open for years, 24 hours a day, and there was very little bandwidth.
Yeah, I never saw an issue there, actually. I walked down the hill in the mornings,
Once I saw something going on, I talked to one of the city supervisors one time, there was a person in there, just trying to stay warm.
Yeah.
As far as I'm aware, and I'm fairly aware of this,
Okay,
is years, open 24/7.
I mean, I would think that we'd need the bathrooms open until dark. I mean, for all these guys coming in from tuna fishing, I mean,
I don't know which boat she came on.
otherwise you're asking for somebody to just go in the bay or, I mean.
that's why the porta
You know,
potty's down
the
there.
whole thing, I mean, it was a year ago the city council was saying that we don't have enough bathrooms. And now all of a sudden it's turned into, we had 4 holes down there in the Robinson restroom. Now we're down to 2, you know, with these new porta potties. Uptown, we had 4 holes up there, now we're gonna be down to 2. You know, and there's just solid lines already, but the ones uptown are just
You said we're
absolutely
gonna be
crazy.
down with 2 up in downtown.
Isn't the porta potty thing, but the downtown restaurants are gonna be
Oh,
closed to the
500
Woodmark
Coastal
building,
Fish?
right?
They always pull that porta potty away. The porta potty is
There was
only
never,
there
there was
for.
not a porta potty
They
there.
didn't do,
There was not a porta potty there this year.
I was told, didn't they do it for the last few years? Every
But
time they put
I've
them
been
down there.
told that those restaurants are being closed.
No, we are not ready anywhere near to doing that.
But once these new porta potties or these new Santa potties or whatever you call them that are gonna be installed on the top of the Warren Park.
Oh, no, those are an actual structure in the building. Those are
How many
actual.
holes are gonna be in those?
I'm not sure. I wanna say 4, but I'm not sure.
Okay, cause I mean, we can't reduce
No.
how many toilets there are.
No, and that's why we're doing it, and I'm not sure, because people walk a long way to use the Woodmark restrooms to go to Starfish anyway.
Yeah.
So the idea is also that they can walk to the fishing station.
But
So-
a year ago, the issue with the city council was we don't have enough bathrooms.
I
Now
don't
it just
recall
seems like
that,
we're
Commissioner
reducing.
Nick, I don't recall that ever being discussed, that we don't have enough bathrooms.
Boy, I swear that was an issue.
So the public restrooms downtown in that alleyway, they're being closed?
No, they are going to be considered at some point when we get the restrooms built up at Covo. But ultimately, that still will be a council decision as to whether they actually close them.
Do they terminate the lease?
They are not in great condition, and at some point, the city's gonna have to consider whether it's worth investing to get them right.
Yeah, brought that up.
Are there any other toilet issues?
What a way to end the meeting.
So, did you get both those
I
things?
got number two, since I scored points today. I heard the great news of our recycling being moved temporarily because it's being rebuilt. Something like that, the little recycle station downtown.
It's gone,
It's
yeah.
gone, I saw it, I know, I smiled, I went down on a motorcycle a couple hours ago. Anyway, you talk about it yourself using that harbor, it's pretty tight down there already. If you're ever thinking of a better spot, maybe that could possibly go
We're
to.
talking
You have
about the
history on
glass
that.
recycling?
Yeah.
I think Carla has a mystery on that, because she's been
I
there
think the
for
city,
21 years.
water department, on bottom of Collins would love it there, there's low income housing across, therefore they could take their trash over there, everyone would be happy. And they put a
That's
bathroom,
where our new plant will
and they
be.
put a bathroom there.
Yeah, there has been discussion about moving that off and on throughout the years. I mean, when I started work here, it was actually here in our back parking
Oh,
lot.
I got,
Oh,
And then,
I've got an excavator, would you like it back?
and then when we got our pavement, they took it away and put it down in the harbor. But there has been discussion for a while about putting it in the parking lot above the community hall
There you
there
go.
on Bay Street.
Yeah.
But it's never been, the council's never made that decision to move it anywhere.
We could always make a user fee, if they go down and recycle, they have to pay at the boat launch. I'm joking.
Thank you. Thank you.
But South Beach now has a parking fee.
Well, yeah, I
And
mean-
so you park your car, you pay the fee,
It
so
is
it also,
convenient.
anyway. And I was just thinking convenient spots for that beautiful eyesore down in our beautiful harbor. So, I mean, just a thought, just bring it up, that's all. I'll shut up now. Oh, Jack.
So is it just gone because they're emptying it, or?
No, it's just
It
gone
has
because the dumpster itself, the
Has an
container
issue.
needs some
Repair.
repair.
Yeah, I was there yesterday, and one was there, it was small.
Yeah.
Put like that.
Yeah, they just let me know, I think it was yesterday, wasn't it?
It's Monday.
Monday, yeah. We posted on Facebook, and is that where you saw it?
Yeah,
Okay,
I
good.
responded and I.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, you were, that's right, you guys were funny.
So they plan on leaving.
About the beer bottles, you
Yeah.
guys were funny.
There's shape for everyone to put it in, we had about 5 or 6 spots.
That was cute.
Yeah, do you have anything?
I think the partners might.
Okay, so again, Liz and I will be going to the city council on the 7th of October to update the city council on the task they gave us about harbor fueling, and we'll be able to report back to you folks on at the end of October. On what went on.
Excellent.
Anything else?
Oh, should we move our meetings to 3:30 now that we're
Oh,
into the winter?
October, our meetings go back to 3:30 in the afternoon. Same day, the last Wednesday last Wednesday of the month.
So the October 7th meeting is at 3:30?
No,
October
the Harbor Commission,
29th.
Harbor Commission is moving from 6. Over the winter, we go back to 3:30 until March, and then because of the fishing season, we bring it back to 6.
Good.
March through,
I came over here a couple times, like, where is it?
We got fall and winter schedule here.
okay, so that's it. The September 24th, 2025 regular meeting of the Harbor Commission is adjourned at 6:40
Check that.
p.m. 18:40 for those of you who keep time otherwise.